Hi friends, I'm coming to you from my sister's backyard in Austin, Texas. I just love being back here right now and admiring these beautiful trees behind me, and it's really fun to go on walks and see all of the new flowers blooming. So I hope wherever you are, you're enjoying God's creation all around you and that the day is sunny enough to go outside. And every time I see these trees or see plants, it makes me think of what Paul says in Galatians 5:22-23 about the fruit of the Spirit. Sometimes when we talk about the fruit of the Spirit, it gets confusing because we're thinking of literal fruit. Apples are my favorite, by the way. But I like to think of it more like this. Each one of us is a tree. And trees need certain things to survive, right? And to grow. They need water and they need sunshine and they need nutrients they get from the soil, right? Through their roots. So if each of us is like a tree, we need to have roots, right? And the roots help us stay planted. And when the storms come, we're not falling. If difficult times happen, we're completely rooted and planted. And what we should be rooted in is God's love. So I want us to think about how can we stay rooted in God's love. We can soak up His presence by reading our Bible or spending time in prayer or being with other people that believe in God. So when we soak all of that up in our roots and being rooted in God's love, it helps us grow strong in our minds and our hearts and our bodies and our souls. And once we're strong in those things, my life will start to grow fruit. And we're not talking about literal fruit that you eat, but something that you can only grow when you're full of God's love and God's Spirit in our lives. So Paul tells us in Galatians 5:22-23 that the fruit of the Spirit, the things that we should see in our lives when we're completely rooted in God, is love and joy and peace and patience and kindness and goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And I don't know about you, but right now, we're going through a difficult time. And so some days I don't feel like I'm showing enough love to other people around me. I'm not feeling joyful. I'm not being patient with my family or my friends. And so I really need to have this reminder right now that I need to be firmly planted in God so that that fruit is evident in my life. So we're going to be studying a different fruit of the Spirit each week and challenging each other to grow in that fruit through different service projects and activities so that we can all grow during this time together. And I also want us to work on memorizing Galatians 5:22-23. And there's a lot of big words in this verse. So I'm going to read it to you, and then I have a special friend who's going to teach us a song to help learn this verse. So let's read this verse together. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians 5:22-23. So we're going to be talking about what each one of those mean, but first, let's hear this song that helps us remember this verse.
Hi everybody, I have a song for you. Piper, you want to help? The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. The fruit of the Spirit's not a grape. If you want to be a grape, you might as well hear it. You can't be a fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. The fruit of the Spirit's not a watermelon. If you want to be a watermelon, you might as well hear it that you can't be a fruit of the Spirit. Because the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Oh, the fruit of the Spirit's not a papaya. The fruit of the Spirit's not a papaya. If you want to be a papaya, you might as well hear it that you can't be a fruit of the Spirit. And the fruit of the Spirit's not a mangosteen. The fruit of the Spirit's not a mangosteen. If you want to be a mangosteen, you might as well hear it that you can't be a fruit of the Spirit, because the fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. The fruit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. That note. Control. Bye-bye.
Okay, I've got my assistants with me now, so let's take a look back at the photos and videos you sent in last week.
Love one another. You must love one another as I have loved you. John 13:34.
Now it's time for our raffle. Susie, can you grab the jar and mix up the names? And Abby, will you draw a name out? Okay, let's see who the winner is. You get one? The winner is Bryn Epperson. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Okay, so we've already talked about our memory verse challenge for the week. But now let's talk about our serve challenge. Susie, can you hold that up for us? We've had 5 families in our church have babies over the past few weeks. So I want you to make a card for a family that just had a baby and send it to them. Tell them congratulations and that we're praying for them. So if you need addresses for the Clarks or the Poissants or the Gillows or the Wards, just let me know. I think there was one more family I almost forgot. Oh, and the Gonders. Let me know and I'll send those to you. Or if you have other friends that you know who've had babies, we just want to make sure all those families know how excited we are for their new additions. And finally, Addie, can you hold up this board? For our family fun challenge this week, we want you to make an obstacle course with random things you have around your house. Take pictures and videos, see who can do the obstacle course the fastest, and share those with us. So we hope you have a great week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.